and you know, the president says we're supposed to be just in... Oh, you can't hear me? Okay. We're supposed to be in love with Christopher Columbus. We're supposed to be in love with Christopher Columbus. Why? We got a president who tells us that, you know, he's like a man of glory, that he said that he's a hero. You know what he did? He started off a genocide. He started off a genocide. There were millions of people already living here. What are you talking about, settler? You ever hear the term settlers? Europeans didn't settle shit. They tore shit up. They came in here and they tore shit up. Right here in Chicago, I see people walking around all the time with the Blackhawks jersey on, and I ask them, "Who is that on your? Who's that you wearing on your chest? Who is that?" They go, "I don't know." Well, I guess it's Chief Blackhawk. I said, "Well, chief? He wasn't a chief of nothing. Well, no chief. You ever hear that? Chief Blackhawk, Chicago? Wasn't a chief. He was a warrior. He was an influential warrior." And I say, "Well, who was he with?" "Oh, I don't know. I guess with the Blackhawks." "Well, Blackhawks? What are you talking about?" The Sauk Nation. There were thousands of Sauk and Blackhawk, and Sauk and Fox and Kickapoo and Miami and Illini people. They lived here. They lived here, and they were cleansed. They were pushed off. They were massacred. They were destroyed. They were completely pushed out of this part of America in the so-called Black Hawk War in 1832. And all kinds of white people run around here with this guy's face on their chest, and they don't have the slightest goddamn idea who it is. And that's how Donald Trump wants it. He wants you to think that there was just a wilderness here with a few savages, and that people came along and built civilization. Guess what? There was already a civilization here. There was already a civilization here, and it was wiped out. And now Donald Trump wants to tell you that that kind of history, to talk about the real history of what really happened in Chicago, in Illinois, and all over this country, he wants you to throw that down the memory hole and pretend like it never happened. He wants us to pretend that they didn't kill millions of indigenous people and that they didn't enslave millions of black people, right? And you know why? You know why he wants that history out? He wants to tell you that that history is great, that that's when America was great. When he says, let's make America great again, what's he talking about? What does that mean? He wants to bring that shit back. That's what he means. When Donald Trump says, make America great again, you know what was great for Donald Trump? When millions of black people were chained and tortured and maimed and raped and exploited ruthlessly. When millions of Mexican Americans were beaten and lynched in the southwestern United States. That's when America was great again for Donald Trump. When abortion was a crime and women had no legal control over their bodies. That's when America was great, when women didn't have the vote. Andrew Jackson, the Arab Andrew Jackson, that's when America was great for Donald Trump. This guy is a genocidal racist. Trump and Pence lied, 200,000 died. He consciously spread a pandemic. He spread a pandemic from coast to coast, and now he's using the pandemic to steal the goddamn election. And people go, he wouldn't do that. Really? He wouldn't do that? Would he put little kids in cages? Would he separate children from families? Would he pardon war criminals? Would he say the Constitution gives him the right to do any goddamn thing he wants? Would he blow up every constitutional check and balance he can? Would he be engaged in an effort to subvert an election? Are you kidding me? He's subverting an election right now. It's happening. He has an army of lawyers prepared to contest the election. He has a bunch of fascist mad dog militia like Kyle Rittenhouse and the Proud Boys ready to go to intimidate you when you protest because they steal the goddamn election. They are delegitimizing the mail-in ballots that are required by the pandemic that they spread, and they're spreading lies about mail-in ballots. And right now they're jamming through a far right-wing Christian fascist jurist for the Supreme Court who's going to tear up abortion rights, who's going to tear up environmental rights, who's going to tear up women's rights, who's going to tear up black rights, who's going to tear up civil rights, who's going to tear up consumer protections. And that ain't all. Why do they got to rush us through so fast right now, Chicago? Ask yourself, what the hell is that about? Why? So that Trump can have her in place
to certify the one vote he really cares about at the end of the day, right? The 6-3 vote in the Supreme Court that hands him the goddamn election that he's stealing. I'm glad you voted. I'm glad you're voting. Vote. Good. You should. But if you think voting is enough, Chicago, America, you got another thing coming. You're going to have to get in the streets to force this damn regime out. We are Refuse Fascism. Go to refusefascism.org. Look us up. Check us out. We say Trump and Pence out now.
Trump, Pence,
Out now. Trump, Pence, out.